how you guys are doing. Before we go live, again, I want to check if I am on the system right, because again, it takes a lot sometimes um, to go live and do the things you want to do, and sometimes it just, takes forever. So I just want to make sure that am I on and am I able to share my screen? That's where, I'm really having trouble with. And again, not today. It works on the emails, it works on the other system, but it does not work well with the live. Okay, let me check on my YouTube channel if I am live. Also, I want to check on my Facebook if I am live. Okay, let's see. As we are getting ready with the virtual preschool, something new for all of us. Good luck with all the parents who are going to try a virtual school, whether you opted for hybrid or traditional or the blended program. That's our new normal going to be. And yes, it's okay to have the anxiety, which in fact I faced it today. In the morning, I'm like, did I do the right thing to choose the virtual school? Because kids did not get the books in virtual. And then, I reached out and they told me they will be getting few things. So not sure, if we did right or wrong, but we made a decision. We'll stick to it. And if we have to change in between, we'll change it. Whatever it will take, we will sail through. That's what it's all about. We will sail through this. So get ready with your kiddos for the new school year. Make sure you take a lot of pictures. First day of virtual school year. In fact, I like sort of, back to school, sort of back to school. It's not really back to school as they are not going inside the building, but they will meet their teachers, they will see their friends, they will see their other classmates. So let's see how it goes, and we are going to share again, what your experiences are. But yes, we do get concerned about so much of screen time with kiddos. Especially in the morning today, I had a tour in my preschool, and the child is little, and they're just, it's such a heartbreaking thing that from so many months he did not see anyone else except parents, and kids kind of forgotten how to interact with others. So that's a real genuine concern. So parents make an effort, do Zoom calls, and make sure kids are connected with each other and with other adults, with their teachers on this new journey. Okay, so that's enough about our virtual preschool. In fact, we are also offering virtual preschool program, and they do get excited to see the teachers, and they get to learn math, language, arts. And any of you need help with tutors, or you need help in their academic path, please feel free to reach out. We are always there, whether it's my kids or we have other tutors. Feel free to reach out. And during this summertime, what I feel very good about that, one thing which I feel I have accomplished is making sure that kids know their multiplication tables. And I think I have talked about multiplication tables so many times that by this time you should know that, the beauty of it, the emphasis on it, because once they know how to do calculations fast, their learning capacity increases, because now they are not sitting there and, doing calculations with hand, they're doing in their mind. So for older kids, even for younger ones, we start skip counting with 2s and 5s and 10s, even in preschool. So make sure you do the same thing. Try to do the same thing with your kids. And yeah, there's so many things going on. So let's see, fingers crossed, we are able to do, things fine and sail through this phase of life easily. But yes, we are there for each other. So feel free to reach out. Okay, so today I'm going to talk about the art with kids, and especially in Montessori environment. Definitely art has a lot of importance uh, in prepared environment what we have in Montessori classroom. And one thing, I always tell my kids and parents that arts is not I'm not Picasso. And don't expect from kids they will be doing the art where they have the perfect picture, or they have the perfect drawing, it's so beautiful. No, it's not. Uh, it just the art is just the exploration, and for their future growth it's very, very important. Like for me, um, art was always messy, with all the different mediums we use. But then with time we learned how to be more careful in terms of how we can clean up fast, what place we will be using for art. So art is very, very important for kids to express themselves, whether it's 2-year old, whether it's 5-year old, whether it's 10 or 15, or as an adult also. For me, I use the Mandela sheets to color. They're so fine, you have to really focus and pay attention when you're coloring them. So the sooner we start with the kiddos, the better we are. And for the art thing, make sure you have paper towels, empty cartons for milk, egg, oatmeal. We have clean plastic containers and tissue boxes, all different kind of boxes. And then how we are going to use different material, how we are going to recycle, and then different kind of mediums we do use, whether it's the paint, whether it's the pastels or the clay or the pencils or the crayons. So there are so many art supplies and art medium we can use, but make sure it's in the prepared environment, that we are ready to teach them. We should have scissors and the glues and the tearing paper and measuring for the paper. Let's say we are doing some sculpting, and sometimes we just teach them how to go round with the clay, and then have them use their own imagination. What do they want to put in? And art is a very, very good medium to teach in terms of what their level of development is. It's a very very important, and by looking at their art we get to know that how and what level they are at. And today I'm going to show you some different resources, and I'm going to use my notebook to show it to you guys, how with the art we get to know the development phase of the child. And I would suggest you to do this at home with the kiddos, whether it's your teenagers, whether it's your adults, whether it's your preschool kids. So with the preschool kids, I'm going to show you in here on the paper. Let's say give the child a plain paper and tell them draw a face, and you will get to know so many things, but just with their drawing. And for us in preschool, when we do their assessment, their art is a key feature, what we are looking for. In fact, I did not know as an adult, unless I got into early childhood education, how much with the art we can tell so much about their development. So making art as a part of the classroom, art as a part of your home, you can explore so much. So first thing, let's say if we ask child, can you draw a face? And first thing, for the most of the child, and just, a disclaimer, I'm not a good artist. I say I have two left hands whenever it comes to art. So this is, the very first step when we ask kids to do draw a face. So they start with the circle. So they, relate that, the face they are going to draw. It's round. And then you will see they will put two eyes. Then maybe they put a dot for their nose, then maybe lips. And usually, that's how, kids learn. The first thing they see is the eyes, then the nose and the mouth. And then you will see, as kids are growing up, they will start putting the details. They will start putting the ears, or, they will start putting the hair, and they will start putting the eyebrow, and some you will see they will start putting the eyelashes, some in the mouth they will put teeth in, and some, if they're females, usually, you will see some kind of earring. If their parents or they are wearing glasses, you will see kids will start putting the glasses in the picture, and you will see, and when you talk to them, what did you draw, can you explain me? And that's what they are going to tell. Oh, this is my dad's face, he wears glasses. And if, let's say the mom, she put something, let's say they put the dot on her forehead, they will put the dot on the forehead. So for some kids, the body does not stop here. They will put the neck, they will make the body. So as kids are growing, this art becomes their developmental stage, what development stage they are at. The more details they are putting in, the child is older, they can, put more details in there. In fact, when I was taking my early childhood education class with the how art is important, and how we can relate art with their developmental stage, my first, disclaimer is I'm not a good artist. And we got to learn that it's not about good artist. It's not about how nicely, you can draw and make a human being. It's about how much details you can put in the art. Like some kids, you will see when they draw, the hands, and then, you will see the kids are drawing, 5 fingers or 5 toes. So that tells a lot about child's development stage. So use this, very simple piece of paper to get so much information about the child. So have them draw every year, have your child draw a portrait of themselves. That's a very good exercise. And you will see as they are growing up how much details they put in that self-portrait or mommy's or daddy's portrait. So art is very, very, very important. And then, with this, oh boy, can you check this? I think my preschool kids can draw better than that. But it's not about, what you're drawing. It's more about how you're drawing, and how much details you're putting in. When we are talking to kids about the art, we have artist of the month, whether, we talk about Picasso, or, we talk about the Mary Cassatt, children playing at the beach, or Van Gogh, the Starry Nights, or Sunflowers. Those are really very famous artists with their art. So we talk about those. And then we also talk about uh, connecting with them. Can they recreate that art? And they can go to the local art museum, or giving children some word, like, background, or the foreground, or the statue, or different colors and the shapes, how you can draw the whole human being with different shapes, from circle to, they're drawing the body, looking into the rectangle. So again, with the kids, the art is important, and we can teach so many things with the art. Inspiration, they can get inspiration, what dog is doing, at the ocean, and what do they like to do. They like to go to the park, or they like to go to the beach, and playing with the colors. And sometimes, kids are like, but I want to make my flower yellow, or I want to make my flower red. So again, that tells about, what their preferences are. Do they like, neutral colors, or do they like bright colors? And then with the clay, different mediums. We can use so many different mediums. With the clay, how to make pinch pots, or do can they take, in future, maybe the kids who are really good and they are interested in learning more, they can take pottery in the future. So telling parents, they are good in what area, and what area they can pursue in. So this is about the art in the Montessori classroom. And also I'm going to show you, this is another book which we use, and also we use different mediums, like even the bingo markers. So the sample I have in here, which I have it in here, like for today we are doing the sunset. So during the sunset, and nowadays the sun is so beautiful, especially during the sunset time. So talking about the sunset, the ocean, what do you think, what color they are going to use? And if they say blue, and then sun, what kind of colors do they see? Whether they see orange, red, yellow, what do they want to put? And then using, again, different mediums. If they want to use crayons, and we do have a lot of activities with crayons or pencil colors, or the water paint color, or on canvas, acrylic paint. Another one is the bingo markers, which is like they just tap it. So using that as an art medium is really good. So again, using different mediums to teach them about art. And then I'm going to show you this one series of book, and I love this whole series, to teach kids how to draw right now. So this is the series of our art, and I'm going to show you. This is the whole box. So once again, draw right now. Draw right now. So this one has different the series 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm going to start with my. In fact, it's more than 6 series, but today I'm just going to show you few. Usually I put it in order, but I think one of my kiddos, they were using it, and they forgot to put in order, which is fine, because we are going to do that for them. And I think one of the books we are already using in the classroom, so I do not have that, but I'm going to show you some of the books, how they can draw. I like animals, so there are different type of things. So I like the animals, and I'm going to show you draw right now. And this is from Barker Creek, a very good series of books. So if you're looking into for kids how to draw, so one by one they're going to show how they're going to draw different animals. So if you look into first thing we are going to show, this is our Little Robin. And if you look at this book, how easy it is to draw Little Robin. They start with the half circle, and from half circle they put the face of the bird, then they have the legs, and they put the wings and the beak, and just whenever I follow these books, it's so easy for me to draw. And then as the kids are getting older, we look into how they can write the words related to the robin, and how they can put the background and the grass and little few words. The ground is land, plants grow out of the ground. Many animals live on land. Even birds need land. So they know that the birds can fly, but they also need land. So this one is, about bird. Then we have the chipmunk, again, using different shapes. Butterflies are my favorite. So you can see how, they're drawing the butterfly, and sometimes I use number 4, how we write number 4 and then draw the butterfly or the rabbits. And again, like in Montessori, things go easy to complex. So this is my frog, as you can see. Starts with the triangle, face, mouth, then the curvy lines, and then we erase the triangle, the main triangle out. So seeing different shapes in whatever you want to draw is the key, looking into different shapes. So this was about animals. There are a few others, like how to draw a person. So for the first part, which I showed you, that was about the details. It was not about how to draw it. It's just about the details. So this one is how to draw the native girl, and then how to draw different this is our harvest time, so about apples or about grapes, about the Christmas tree, and step by step. When kids are learning step by step, they do really good. This is about Athens. So first, they draw one, and then we have the whole page around it. So a lot of different topics, and I really love, like, look at this one, how to draw the hut, and using different shapes, and that's what it's all about, using different shapes. And look at this teepee by using the triangle. So these are some of the books, very good, very good. Kids love to use these books, and we incorporate that in our curriculum for kids, how they can learn how to draw. Okay, look at this one, beautiful, everything. This one has everything. And besides these books, there are so many apps on how to draw. So parents feel free to use some of the apps. I know somehow I got a little bit tilted as you're reading it. It's like younger kids' parents, even though they are not holding the baby, but they still shake. So the same thing happens with when we are reading. Usually, we tilt around. So this is the book we have, which we use in the Montessori classroom for kids to teach draw right now. So that's what we have in here. So that was about our art time. And as we say, the time flies. It's always, whatever time we have, it always goes faster. Okay, so after the art time, and I cannot emphasize enough, parents, make sure use art. Have art in your home. Make something out of something. Learn how to draw. Learn how to paint, how to express themselves, so whether it's through visual arts or it's through performing arts. Have some form of art in your kids' life. And the younger they are, the more you expose them to things, the better it is. The best is if you as a parent can get involved, teach them, look for the apps, and especially nowadays, everything going virtual. You have more time to sit with them and explore and see what kids really want to do. Okay, so that was about our art time, and today I got the beautiful book in here, which I will be reading. But I would like to share this, the Parenting OC magazine. So for every place, there are some magazines which are up to date, and they talk a lot about different events going on, or some tips about how the transition of this virtual learning look like. And let's see, there was one beautiful article I was reading in the morning, and let me see. All the Unified School District have put, they are welcoming all the kiddos, and it's talking about virtual dental health, mask, no mask, what parents want, so many good things, and just breathe, we have, as a parents, we have to handle every lot of things. So how we can, manage our stress, doing yoga or going for a walk or calling a friend, anything that that works for you. And as during this time, I'm doing my own uh, things to keep me sane, to keep me on path with my kids. And one thing I realize is having a hobby and then doing that hobby every day really helps. And I was just thinking about what is my hobby, because all the hobbies, I think we change into profession, or we are enjoying it so much that we forgot that it is our hobby. We have made so much part of it. So look into, what's your hobby, and develop a hobby for the child as well. Okay, so with this, I'm going to do, in fact, I really want to share my screen, which on my system it says, yes, you can, but I am not able to share anything. So I think I have to come up with a different system. But anyway, every day I'm going to go live, and with the preschool time, and we are also offering virtual preschool. So join in anytime. Today I'm going to read this Dr. Seuss ABC book. Now, in Montessori environment, I don't know how many of you know, Dr. Seuss is a little bit controversial topic, and the author for the kids book, because sometimes the words Dr. Seuss uses, they're not real words. That's why. But personally, I love Dr. Seuss books, and kids love Dr. Seuss books because it is it's tongue twister and rhyming and very funny, and kids do love funny things. So I'm going to read this book today to you, and before your kids will start reading this book as well. So look into this book about, I'm going to move a little bit in here so that you guys can see the whole book. So this is the book about Dr. Seuss ABC. Okay, and again, always do the pre-reading exercise with them, always do the post-reading exercise with them. So just looking into the picture, what do you think? They are funny creatures. Do you think they are real? Have you seen any animal like this? So again, talking to them, and if they don't know their colors, talk about the colors, and talk about their long necks, talk about their funny hair. So it's being silly. That's what Dr. Seuss is all about, being silly. Okay, Dr. Seuss ABC Beginner's Book. Big A, little a. What begins with A? So again, this is a funny book, very nice book. I just love this one. Big A, and you can see it's big, and little a. This is little a. So when we are teaching kids, we do use uppercase, lowercase, or you can use as, big or little. So they are learning about the opposites too. Big A, little a. What begins with A? Aunt Annie Alligator. A. So this is Aunt. Her name is Annie, and this is the alligator. And again, the more you read to them, the more you memorize, the more they will memorize. Even before even you saying, they will be like, Aunt Annie's alligator. A. Big B, little b. What begins with B? And again, whenever you're reading to the kids, make it so fun. Make it like, what begins with B? Have a question. And after, a few weeks of reading, they will tell you, Barber baby bumbles and a bumblebee. And then, look at this Barber. Isn't that funny, Barber? He's trying to cut only one hair. And then, baby, look at the baby. And then look at the bubbles. And a bumblebee. What color is bumblebee? Yellow. And then they talk about, do you want to make some bubbles? Bubbles. And again, emphasize on the sound. That's what it's all about. Then the next one, big C, little c. What begins with C? Camel on the ceiling. C. And again, it's like camel on the ceiling. Is that real? Can someone go on the ceiling? So, and you can see they're so surprised. Camel on the ceiling, and they will start laughing and giggling. And that's what we want from kids. They pay attention and they laugh and they be happy with us. Big D, little d. What begins with D? And even, now here, there is nothing which says what begins with D. It just comes now automatically. And then big D, little d. David Donald dreamed a dozen donuts and a duck dog too. So it's like such a complicated full sentence if you want to go in one breath. And then you're like, count the donuts and count the duck dog. And then David Donald that's his name, and he's dreaming. So that's what it's all about. Okay. A, B, C, D, E. Ear, egg, elephant, E. Ear, egg, elephant, E. Big F, little f, fa. 4 fluffy feathers on a fifer, fifth. So this is like, again, a made-up name, and there are 4 feathers, so you can talk about they're fluffy. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Good girl, goo, goggles, G, G, G. And again, in here, you can introduce the phonics, or if you want to do just, keep it like A, B, C, D. Totally up to you, parents, but if it's me, I always try to go with the phonics. G. Good girl, goo, goggles, G. Big H, little H, hungry horse, hey. Hen in a hat, hooray. So they can look into hungry horse because they're like the horse is eating. This is hay. And hen in the hat. The cat in the hat is the most famous Dr. Seuss book. So now it's hen in a hat. And hooray. And again, teaching kids how to do hooray. Okay. Big I, little I. Each about is itchy, so am I. And again, you're like, Michi. Okay. Big J, little j. What begins with J? Jerry Jordan's jelly jar, and jam begins with J. Jam. Yum. Big K, little k. Kitten kangaroo. Kick a cattle kite and the king's karchoo. And again, it's like choo and it's karchoo. So very systematic and very rhythmic. The book, as you're reading, kids get really happy when you read this book to them. Big L, little Lola lot. Left leg lazy lion licks a lollipop. Do you think the lion licks a lollipop? I was like, no. Big M, little m. Many mumbling mice are making midnight music in the moonlight. Mighty nice. So, and then, with the kids, you'll, moon, and then, mice. So everything that begins with M. Big and little, and what begin with those? 9 new neckties, a night shirt, and a nose. So then, we can count the neckties, and this is the nose, and the night shirt, and look at the big nose. So we can talk about this nose or the big nose. Okay. O is very useful. You use it when you say, Oscar's only ostrich oiled an orange owl today. And then, we talk about, do your mom put oil on your head? So look at this ostrich putting oil on owl's head. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Now it's time to go P. Is it P for going to pee, or we are going to painting pink pajamas? Policeman in a pail, Peter Peter Pepper's puppy, and now Papa in the pail. So again, teaching kids what pail means. A bucket, and then painting pink pajamas, policeman in a pail, now Papa in the pail. Uh, they just have, whenever you read this book, they just have so much of fun. Big Q, little Q, what begins with Q? The quick queen of Quincy and her quacking quacker. Ooh, so it's like quack, 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 quack. Big R, little R, Rosie Robin Ross. Rose is going riding on her red rhinoceros. Big S, little S, Silly Sammy sipped 6 sodas and got sick. And again, if the kids are going to drink sodas, or even if adults are going to drink sodas, that's what 6 sodas. That's what's going to happen. Sick. T, da. What begins with T? 10 tired turtles on a turtle tree. So again, I'm counting the turtles and turtle tree, the tree. Again, some of these words don't have any meaning. They're just rhyming. And that's where, these books are a little bit, shall we read to kids or not? But I just enjoy reading this book. Big U, little U. What begins with U? Uncle Um's umbrella and his underwear too. And with the little ones, when they hear the word underwear, they find it very funny. So making again things funny and having them giggle and laugh. Big V, little V, Vera Violet Win is very, very, very awful on her violin. So it's like, I don't want to hear play the violin. WWW, Willie Waterloo washes Warren Wiggins, who is washing Waldo Woo. So, they're looking at, one person washing another person washing another. Willie. X is very useful if your name is Nixie Knox. It also comes in handy spelling X and extra fox. So usually, with the X, you will see it's mostly X-rays. But in this book, they have used in the name, they have used in the X, and then they have used in the fox, because X is you don't find many words with X. Big Y, little fight, a yawning. I'm sleepy. A yawning yellow yak. Young Yolda Jorgens is yelling on his back. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. The big Z, little Z. What begins with Z? I'm a zizzer, zazzer, zoos, as you can plainly see. Again, being, the silly, my Z is being the most silly. Okay. And with Z, we end, and then we can talk about A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, X, Y, and little and big Z. The end. So this was our book for today, the ABC by Dr. Seuss. And just, Dr. Seuss took only 220 words and rhymed them and turned out the cat in the hat. And again, a lot of books came out as a beginner books, and he blended the words and picture, and he encouraged kids to read by themselves. So this is the first one of the book series where I can read it, because it's again all repetition and a lot of rhyming words. So this was all about our today's live session. Please feel free to Oh, pretty. I see your message. Great session. My little one is enjoying, and that's what I enjoy. I just love kids' books and the way we teach kids and interacting with parents. It's really good. Thank you for the comment. In fact, if you guys can um, give me some likes, if you can share it, if you can comment it, how we can become better. And I know I have promised that we will be giving a set time where all the kids can join me virtually, and if they want to join for the math and language arts skills, we are already doing it. All the kids are already on the Zoom sessions. We already started with our virtual preschool, so feel free to join anytime, and give all my love to the kiddos, because I do miss seeing some of them. And our preschools are open, COVID safe. We take extra precautions following the CDC guidelines, and we have been open for 2 months. So we are making sure that we are on top of things and make learning fun for them. And this is the foundation time for their lives. So please make sure to give them the best solid foundation. Spend with your child. One thing, if you want to just take, and sometimes parents ask me, what is the one thing you would like us to emphasize? And then I say, read. That's the only thing if you can do with your child. Okay, so I will see you then tomorrow again with my live session. Enjoy your rest of the day. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you.